Have you ever struggled when you are trying to draw an ear? You will learn how to draw an ear easy for beginners. They can be a little bit tricky. So today we are going to go over just that. I'm going to show you how to draw an ear so that you can be confident and feel good about the portraits that you are drawing. I know that as a caricature artist, I do all kinds of artwork, and one of the many things I do is caricatures, and I've drawn thousands and thousands and thousands of ears, so I can do them in about 3 seconds flat when I'm drawing a cartoon. That's not what we're going over today. We're going to show you how to draw a real ear, but that's just a side note, something fun that I do every once in a while. I'm going to teach you my trick that's going to make it super simple and easy for you to draw an ear, so that you're not forced to say, I'm just going to cover it up with the hair in my drawing. You know, you've been tempted to do that. I think we all have. We've all been there. My name is Gena, and this is the Art Breakthrough, where you can improve your drawing skills as a busy mom and your spirituality. So let's get you confident in drawing ears. So grab your pencil and your paper and let's head over to the drawing table. When I go to a gig, I am trying to draw a face in 2 minutes or under. So I don't end up spending a lot of time on the ears. I've learned to do it pretty fast, and it goes something like this. So pretty easy, pretty simplified, and you know, there's different shapes and things, but you know, it goes pretty similar to that almost every time, whether I'm drawing an adult or a child. That's the ear that I'm drawing, because it is to its most simplified version of an ear. And I'm not saying that you have to draw an ear in 3 to 4 seconds, but I just want to show you that you can really narrow it down. This is a very detailed ear that I have drawn here, and it may look overwhelming at first, but really it's just a matter of doing, you know, a little curve here, a large curve here, a line through the middle, just, you know, little steps, one thing at a time. So you really truly can draw this detailed, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. When you boil it down to its most basic form, you've got something like this, right? This is the side of the face, and this is the ear curving up, coming down, and curving back in. Okay, so think of your most easiest simple shape to start out in any drawing that you're doing, and that will help you out. So let's go start at the top here, and we're going to curve around. Okay, now up here we've got an area that kind of comes, get a width about that far away from your first line, but then the inside is going to curve inward like this, and then kind of stop right there. Then we're going to bring this back around, and as this curves towards the back of the ear, we're going to close in this line a little bit closer to this edge as we go. So see how this is thinner than that over there. And then once you get about a little over halfway down, that line is going to stop. So you have this big hook right there. And then you come down here, and this is where it's going to go. out, then back in and over. Okay, now you're not going to go all the way to this line. So you're just doing a scoop in and a scoop down, real curvy. This one's a little bit elongated compared to this one is a little bit narrower. So just draw real light so that if you don't like what you're doing, you can just pause it and erase it, try it again as many times as you want. There's no grading system with this. Okay, you're gonna come in and follow this line for a second, but then once you start coming up here, you're gonna go towards that. Area, okay? Now the rest of our lines are pretty much gonna come in with our shading. So that's a very simplified ear, but let's go ahead and start shading it in so that this can start to look more real. So first of all, we're gonna do, this is our darkest area right here where it goes into back into the eardrum back there. I'm shading light at first. You can always go darker later on. This edge is a little bit darker, so I'm gonna press a little bit more firm on my pencil around that edge and continue the same thing as I follow that line. And soften that out. Now I'm going to come over here and shade this area. Just holding it very light for that portion. I got distracted on the outside of the ear. I was going to do the inside first. That's okay. Alright, so following this line, let's start to thicken that up again as you're going towards the inside. And as you think about the ear and its shape, the light's going to hit this portion because that is what's showing. But when you think about how the skin folds over and comes underneath, it hooks over that area up in there, so there's no light hitting what's underneath this. So this is going to be a shadow. That's going to cast a shadow right there. And start to get lighter as you come towards the center. And we're going to stop right there because right here we've got kind of a little elongated triangle that happens. Let's go. But it's kind of subtle. So again, start light. There we go. Darken up that edge a little bit more. Start to separate those sections. All right, that's about it. So there's your ear. It's not too bad once you know how to start, and you just go step by step. That's all you need to do. So keep practicing those ears, and you got this. All right, so now that you know how to draw and shade an ear, you can just keep practicing that. You can even watch this video over again if you would like to, but just keep practicing drawing ears and you will get better and better and better. Now let's get into our spiritual moment. How do ears relate to motherhood and faith? What you are listening to matters. The words that you hear when you are listening to music does influence you. The words that you hear on a TV show you're watching will have an impact on you. And what I think is most important are the words that you hear replaying in your head over and over. They really influence us, what we are telling our own mind. Let's be selective in what we let influence us. Don't just arbitrarily listen to a song just because it has a good beat but doesn't have a good message in the song. Be brave and change that station. And another example is just when you're watching a show, sometimes there's pressure, even if you're just with your own family, to just keep watching when you're already watching something. I don't know why that is, but just go ahead and grab that remote, get up and turn that off, change that station, put on something else that's going to uplift your soul and the lives of your family, because we really need to protect our minds. It's so important so that you can feel good and continue in your journey of self-care. The same goes for our kids. What they hear from the world around them is impacting them every day. And what they hear from teachers, friends, social media, and most importantly you, they get enough negativity out there. Let's make sure that we are not tearing them down in what they do and criticizing, over criticizing. They get enough negativity in the world. So let's step up and give them key words that they need to hear to boost their self-confidence, to lift them up. Let's not forget that making this world a better place begins right here. It begins one person at a time. It begins with you and me. Be careful with what you are listening to and be kind to your mind. Use nice words as if you were talking to a friend. You'll thank yourself later for it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you watching and learning how to draw ears with me and learning how to uplift our spirit through listening to what is good and beautiful out there. So I'm glad that you're here on this journey of self-care. If you enjoyed drawing ears with me, I know you're going to like drawing eyes with me next. So go ahead and watch that one. Let me know what you do to hear positive influences in your world. And I'll see you next time. Bye.